The war on statues has opened up a brand new front. As we told you yesterday, activists in California are targeting a statue of all people, President William McKinley. They claim his policies have harmed Native Americans. He certainly won't be the last American targeted this way. Madison Flynn is a member of the Wiyot Tribal Council in California, and she joins us tonight. Madison, thanks for coming on.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's pronounced Wiyot.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Well, I stand corrected and informed. So, of all the statues to prominent Americans, why does this statue offend the Wiyot tribe?
It offends the Wiyot people because the representation of that era. I don't know if you're familiar with the Wiyot history, but they were the ancestral people of the Arcata territory, where the McKinley statue is at, and they had a massacre that wiped out majority of the Wiyot people during 1860. So, I mean, and then McKinley also, although he was never there in Humboldt County, his actions that he did while as president severely affected the Native Americans throughout the United States.
So in the 1860s, McKinley, of course, was fighting slavery as a member of the Union Army for 3.5 years. That's, I think we both agree, a virtuous thing. He was president for a term in a very short period. What did he do specifically to hurt the Wiyot tribe?
So that's the thing. He doesn't have any significance to the Wiyot people, but where the statue is at is the issue. The statue where he is located at in the Arcata Plaza was used as an auctioning block for Native Americans, especially for Native American youth or Wiyot youth, and yeah, it was more like a human trafficking era.
Well, that's awful. I mean, I'm not for that, but that didn't happen, obviously, during the time that he was president, because there was no slavery, of course, by his presidency, partly because of the actions that he took as a Union soldier. And so you can see that he had nothing to do with any of that. So why go to the time and expense to take his statue down? I'm confused. I'm sure there are people whose statues might be offensive, but why him?
But where the statue's at represents the human trafficking area of the Wiyot youth of that time, and where his statue's at represents that. And so, and also after his presidency, the slavery went on after his presidency. It's just it represents a bad time for the Wiyot people, regardless. And I think it's time for his removal of his statue to put up something that represents the Wiyot people, since that is their ancestral land, and that's where they come from.
So just having anything that, I mean, this is so mindless, it's hard to track. I want to take this seriously. I mean, your name, for example, is Madison. Madison owned slaves. Should you change your name?
Well, you should ask my parents about my name.
Well, I don't know. You can change it if you... I mean, look, I like your name. I'm not attacking your name in any way. I'm merely saying that there are certain historical figures whose presence would be offensive. I get it. I'm not discounting the idea of it, but I've asked you to explain and given you time on TV to explain what specifically about this guy warrants tearing down his statue on behalf of a people, half of whom live below the poverty line. There are a lot of problems you could be dealing with. This doesn't seem directly related to any of them. It seems like a massive waste of time when you could be improving the lives of the Wiyot community, but you're not. Why?
This is going to, I mean, this is going to represent a healing process with the removal of the McKinley statue.
Okay. So do you think that people will live longer, happier lives? That, I don't know, the 17% of the Wiyots who are unemployed will get jobs? I mean, do you really think that?
I mean, it could be telling. I mean, the healing process takes a long time.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right. Obviously, I'm rooting for you. It just seems
generational trauma that happens. So it's time for that. He's had a good run. How about,
he didn't do anything wrong, though. So I mean, okay, yeah, whatever. It's all so crazy.
He didn't do anything in Humboldt County.
Okay.
So.
Nice to see you, Madison. Thank you.